transaction today. So they do about 100,000 a month,
Yeah.
and maybe 150,000. Gonna save them just on this stuff. Estimate is close to $20,000 as an estimate, and that's most of that is on qualifying their cards.
And how much were you able to hold the margin on?
It's about $8,000 in margin, so it was 50 or 60 basis points on. I want to say it's 150,000 monthly. And gonna save them, and it's a conservative estimate. I'm not surprised if they save 25 to 30,000. They were getting slammed where they were, but all of those savings are all because of Patriots. Keep the margins high and let Patriots do what it does.
Yeah.
Well, with B2B, it's a higher risk, right? It's not the low hanging fruit, it's not the restaurant where they're getting slammed all the time by, processors all the time, right? People shy away, because you gotta go and find the right person, you gotta find a CFO or whatever. And so they're paying these high rates, plus they're probably paying 50, 60, 70 basis points on top of that.
Yeah,
So a lot
most of
times-
them are bundled too.
So what do you
Most
mean?
of
Like
them, 4%, 3 to 4%.
Right.
And
You
I'm
should
getting them
hold
all
high
down to
margin.
2 to 2.5, depending on where.
And with that, if you think about it, they're at 4%, you're lowering them a whole 100 basis points just on that. You can raise how much, if they were paying 50 basis points, you could raise that to 75 and still save them 75 basis points. And these are big merchants. They're
You know,
doing.
which I'd love to present my situation that
And
I
we
have
can do
right now. I have a
invoicing through this,
6-location
correct?
deal That does
Ask 'em.
300,000,
I think so.
processing, and we're saving them $23,000, and that's at 30 basis points. Do I go in higher and at risk of being a hog and getting more basis points on a $300,000 deal? I don't know.
$300,000 a month, right?
$300,000 a month for 6 locations.
Yeah,
Yes.
so I guess the question I would ask,
$22,000 a year, so $1,800 a month.
I would just go a little.
So,
Yeah.
I'd
squeeze a little bit more.
Yeah,
of that
funny.
back there, but
Peter.
You don't gotta get too heavy, but I would go a little heavy. And B2B is something that you should really focus on.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people don't know how to search for B2B,
I'm gonna go.
which I just, for a second, I watched, unfortunately it was at OPC, but I watched a 24-year-old girl that was a dental assistant that had no sales experience, focus on B2B transactions and back-to-back months, by the way. 68,000 in margin one month, 74,000 in margin the next month. On a rookie that happened to walk into 2 warehouses that were completely untouched for about 15 years by anybody, and massive amounts of savings.
Yeah, there's not a lot of people like me hitting these businesses.
They don't
Half
have
the
to look
Nova level 3.
so I think,
They
but I
don't
have a
understand it,
question.
they haven't been taught.
They don't, I
You
know.
act as a hero when you come in
I
and you show
have a
the
question, because it's my assumption that as the businesses get bigger in revenue, they start to have people who are paying attention to this. So dedicated professionals who are watching and managing these rates, they can afford that.
Some,
Is there a breaking point in terms of revenues, or?
I would say
You'd be
so. I mean,
surprised
it's
at how
already-
many controllers don't watch this stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
We're the ones who're supposed to.
We're-
They
yeah.
don't know something.
Okay,
They
that's
don't know.
great,
They
that's
don't
great
know
to
about
know,
that.
that's
Yeah.
great to know.
yeah, that's where you go.
And again, it's a numbers game. You're gonna knock on
Oh, yeah.
Right, no, I know.
25, and you're gonna find
But I
that
got
they
a
have
million
controls, and they know
B2B
what they're doing,
contacts.
And there's ones that don't. And some people,
Million
$100 a month is amazing, and some people saving,
You have no idea.
$1,000 a year is just not enough. You don't know.
Okay, so I think if I were in front of this customer knowing, typically the standard when looking at a statement, how to price them, right, you're looking at it going, well, they're paying 30 basis points now, I'm gonna save them $28,000, I'm gonna make 8, but I'm gonna also charge you 30 basis points over cost, we're just gonna reduce the cost. So I guess maybe best case scenario, what do you hope to save in this? So if I'm sitting in front of a customer, not,
the numbers.
yeah, let's